devil has come to Pennsylvania.
Jack and Janet Smurl claim that an evil presence has found its way into their home.
8 people live in this house. 8 people have experienced this. 8 people are not crazy.
So, when did this start?
Heather's confirmation.
7th of September.
There's something in the attic. Ed, there's an evil here. Something I've felt before. This thing in your house is a demon. It's the first one that we ever encountered. We were young. We were scared. We ran away. And after all these years, it wasn't done with our family.
St. Michael, defend us. Be our safeguard against the devil.
In nomine Patris, et Filii et Spiritus Sanctus, by the power of our Lord Jesus Christ!
I don't know how to protect you this time.
Be watching, and the same day I'm gonna be talking about a movie I've never ever seen. Some I'll be watching on my laptop, some on my tablet, some on my TV, and some of them I'll see on the big screen. It's movie month time, what a way to make a podcast. Yes, it's all month long, from the 1st of June to the last. I will watch a film and then I will talk about it. It's 30 movie days of fun, 'cause there is no June 31.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 3rd, and you know what that means. You know what that means. That means for the 3rd day in a row, I am here talking about a movie I've never, ever seen before. Welcome back to Movie Month. And I'm just going to say it. I love the Conjuring movies. I love them. I wish they made 50 of them. And they seem like they're trying to do that with the franchise. I just love these movies. And I'm watching this movie, Conjuring 4, even though the world is so much bigger. The Conjuring 4, I'm watching this movie tonight, just a little while ago. And I'm just going, I love this world they created with Ed and Lorraine Warren. Now think about it. Those are 2 people in the real world that are probably con artists. You know, they more than likely are. I think, you know, their reputation isn't all that terrific, I think, in the world. But the film version, I adore these people. The fact that like Ed and Lorraine Warren, film-wise, are like a romantic story for the ages. It upsets me that Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga aren't a couple in real life. Their chemistry is so good. When I watch Patrick Wilson in Insidious, I'm like, okay, Rose Byrne, she's wonderful, but she's not Vera, she's not Lorraine, you're not Ed. It's not right. It's like, I feel like they should be together in real life. It's like growing up and finding out that Florence Henderson and Robert Reed aren't together in real life. And okay, I get it in real life. That one probably makes a little more sense. But you understand what I mean. It's like you see, you know these two people. I shouldn't even say that because the Brady Bunch, that's all I knew them as. I knew these people before seeing them in the Conjuring movies, but once I saw them in that, I didn't know I was a Patrick Wilson fan until I started watching these Conjuring movies, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I love Patrick Wilson. I love him in these movies. I love him in the Insidious movies. I love him in Bone Tomahawk. I just love Patrick Wilson. And Vera Farmiga, I love her in what is it, Departed? I love her in these movies. And I really fell in love with her in Bates Motel, where she plays Norma Bates, Norman's mother. Fantastic in that show. So I don't know if it's that or the fact that I kept seeing all these movies that made me say to myself, Michael, I said this to myself, you need to start watching the Conjuring movies. And I started all the way back in 2019 with the first Conjuring, did a bunch that year. Actually, 2019 was pretty much the year of the Conjuring because I did Conjuring, Annabelle, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, The Nun, and Annabelle Comes Home, all in the same year. So that was really the year of the Warrens, Annabelle, Conjuring. It's all connected. Then in 2021, they came out with Conjuring 3, but it was during COVID. So that one was released right away, I think, on HBO Max. So I watched it like pretty shortly after it came out. And then The Nun 2 comes out, and I watched that way back in 2024. So it's been 2 years since I've seen a Conjuring movie, and finally watched it this evening on HBO Max, and I just enjoyed myself from beginning to end. They just find a fun way of having these sight gags of a scary thing. Like you know what you're in for, and I feel like they always deliver. Now these all started with James Wan. He's in this. There's a cool scene. Like this definitely felt like the end of the Warrens as we know them. Now I already saw there's talk of, or it's been announced, The Conjuring First Communion, and I think it's going to be a prequel with maybe younger versions of them. Obviously, I'm going to watch that movie, but it will not be the same without Ed and Lorraine, without Vera and Patrick. It just won't be the same. It won't have the same. It just won't have the same heart. I'm talking about these little budget horror movies, and I'm talking about heart, and I am, because that's what that's what the Conjuring movies have done to the Warren name. Whatever they are in real life, in the cinematic world, they are warmth, and they are just, and they are true, and they are like heroic and helpful, and they want you to think that in real life. But I feel like the more I read about them, the more I'm like, ooh, maybe not so much. So I tend to push that aside and just focus on this version of them, the Vera Patrick version. Will I like that same version in a prequel? I don't know. But I'm sure as shit going to watch it. I mean, at this point, how would I not? What I also love about these Conjuring movies is they're all based on true events. And what I like is these movies treat them as actual things that actually happened. And like it's all believable, no hoax, no made up. No, it's not like, someone looking for attention or another phenomenon. Like it's nothing, it's all real in the movies. It's all real. And this one was just like just the same. It's all based on real people, a real family, the Smurl family. If you look up the Smurl family, you see a photo of them, and it doesn't, you see it kind of looks like we see a Hollywood version of them, but we see this family from the 80s. And I guess they really went on Larry King. There's videos online. I want to read more about them. At the very end, in the end credits, we see the mirror that's in the movie. Basically, I don't know how much is dramatized to connect everything. Where the Warrens are in a case with this mirror, and the mirror causes evil, and they almost lose their baby. And it seemed like the demons in the mirror wanted the child all these years, and now finally they get a chance to lure her to another family who has the mirror. Even though they threw the mirror away, it comes back. These things have a way of coming back. I don't like. There's a silliness to it, and obviously there's a level of like you just have to disconnect any sort of like logical belief, but I don't care because I just enjoy them so much. And this did feel like an ending. It's called Last Rites. I was nervous that someone would die. I'm going to spoil this thing. So it's been out for a while, and it's on HBO Max, so you can watch it. So I'm spoiling it. But no character dies. We get a happy ending, and in that happy ending, Lorraine talks about the future and growing old, and then we kind of get that that end tag title card where it says it talks about how they were married for 60 years, and then Ed had a stroke, he passed away. Lorraine never remarried and stayed or took care of him, and then never remarried, and she passed away quietly at home at 92. And it just showed all these real pictures of real things, and it treated them with this respect and gravitas that I don't know if they truly deserve. But the movie and the movie series and the producers and the directors, they definitely want you to feel this way. So either they believe it or it fits in the movies, in the movie world, to make it sound believable. And then the very last shot is Ed with the real mirror. And I also love, wasn't it like last year that someone took the Annabelle doll, the actual Annabelle doll, which is much creepier than the real doll, much creepier than the movie doll. The movie doll is a scary looking doll. It looks like a porcelain doll that's all done up like gross and dirty, and the real, quote unquote, well, it is real. The real Annabelle doll is a friggin' Raggedy Ann doll. And when you see that thing in the case with its blank eyes, it is scarier. That to me is scarier. The fact that there actually is an Annabelle doll that they claim is haunted, is possessed. Now, I tell you, with all logic, that probably isn't the case. And yet, if you told me, if you brought me into that room and said, here's the Annabelle doll, do you want to open it up and take it out? I would say, no, thank you, I'm fine. Didn't a guy tour with that doll last year, and he died of a heart attack? Now, coincidence? Probably. Is it enough that they said, hey, Mike, you like these movies, you want to do a tour with the Annabelle doll? No, I'm good, thank you very much. There is a logical level of disbelief that hits just at the point where, yep, except for the fact that, but maybe that's out there, right? I'm just giddy with that these movies continue to be made. And yeah, you know what? They probably, I almost feel like the Insidious movies are like the cousins of the Conjuring movies. I'm not even sure which one came out first at this point, but I watch all those too. I like these better. I like the Conjuring better, but I enjoy the Insidious too. And it's just something about how like I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's the quality of the making, the setups and the gags they have for scaring you, like a phone cord. the camera sweeping one way or the other, and you know it's going to come back. You know these things. It's like something's going to be there, or you think something's going to be there, and is it? You see this, you know it every time. Yet I fall for it. Like I'm like, here it comes, but I'm watching it with a smile, and the jump. It's like it's fun horror. That it's just I've loved since the first movie, and what I do like is they keep tying you back to the originals. There's a scene, there's a party, and we see some characters from the first movie and a guy who's been in a couple of other movies. And then there's a wedding at the end, and we see some of the characters. We see Lily Allen from the first movie. We see other people from the other movies. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to hide yawning. I do like that. And they've done this a few times in some of them, and I need to I'm not going to rewatch them, but I would like to rewatch them someday, because they do this cool thing where some of these movies, you don't realize where you are in the timeline, and all of a sudden it connects to a movie or a part of something you've seen before, and you're like, oh my God, or it just leads into, oh, this is where we are now. Like they've done, like some of the Annabelle movies do a really cool job of connecting things. And I don't know, the quality that I think James Wan, was it James Wan? Did Lee Wennell write some of these or produce some of these? I know that this one's directed by, is it Michael Chaves or Michael Chavis? I'm not sure exactly, but he actually directed two other he did direct part 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, and he directed The Nun 2. So I think he's like the heir apparent for the Conjuring world, because he's directed the last 2 in the world, and it looks like he's connected to part 5 or the prequel or First Communion or whatever they're calling it. I feel like the plot of the movie I've kind of just lightly went over. Like I said, there was a mirror at the beginning. The mirror went to another family, and we saw this family get haunted. And it's like, there's a part of me going, oh no, they seem like such a nice family. Like something's going to happen. And it does. And it's always the same thing. There's 8 of us. They're all living there with his parents. There's 4 kids, a dog, the parents, and the grandparents. So naturally, they can't afford to move. They can't afford to go stay with friends either, I guess. The neighbors don't like all the attention they're getting. They needed help. They finally turned to the media, but they can't leave the house. And yet I always think back to Eddie Murphy. I don't know if it was Eddie Murphy Comedian or Eddie Murphy Raw. He's like, what a wonderful house. This is great. Get out. Too bad we can't stay. And like, it's just, that's it. This happens once. I will sleep in the yard. Thank you very much. I like that they brought the priest back, who's been in some of the movies. I know he's been in some of them. I don't remember exactly which one. And spoiler alert, they killed him off. That was a creepy scene. Like you see this cord, and you're like, why was that cord matter? Well, it matters later because he wraps it around himself and leaps to his death, which is, I think, the same thing that the guy at the beginning did. So I think they're tying that in. And then at the very end, the daughter, she tries to hang herself. Obviously, they saved the day. So I just looked up the real life Judy Warren. She actually, in the movie, she's been played by 3 different actresses, which is interesting that the first one is Sterling Gerrans, who played her in the Conjuring movies, Conjuring 2, and The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, I think they jumped ahead, so they needed an older actress, even though that actress would be 21. They brought in Mia Tomlinson for this, who I don't know who she is at all. I've never heard of her before this, but she plays the older version of, I guess there was like a younger version in this movie, but I'm talking about who actually played, like, besides a flashback, who played a main character. But then for some reason, then McKenna Grace, she's been in a bunch of things. I feel like she's becoming a bigger star, Ghostbusters, all this stuff. This girl played Judy in the Annabelle Comes Home movie, which isn't a Conjuring movie, but it is a Conjuring movie because they're in it. Like, Ed and Lorraine are in the movie, but for some reason maybe the other girl wasn't available. Maybe they wanted a bigger star because maybe they needed a bigger actress. I don't know if that other girl actually acts besides being in bit parts as the daughter. So they needed someone who with more. I'm going to say the word again, more gravitas or more experience as an actor to play a lead role in the movie. But then I wonder why they didn't keep her for, Devil Made Me Do It. Again, could be a flashback. It could have been the timing wise. They jump around in timeline. This one started in the 60s, then goes to the 80s. We get a nice cult song, and the rest of it takes place in the 80s. And the set design of this house that this family lived in, the toys, everything just was like, spitting image of like growing up in that time. When you see that and you think, oh, it's the 80s. Yeah, the 80s again. But then you realize, holy shit, that's 40 years ago. Where if you're in the 80s, that's going back to the 1940s. And I don't think people were nostalgic of remember 1945? Remember, they weren't as nostalgic about the 40s in the 80s as people today are about the 80s. So seeing all that stuff, all those toys that I've had was really cool. There was a doll though. They can a family just have a normal doll? I like that the daughter jokes, do you like dolls? And the Judy's like, yeah, no, not really. But her doll was like this little doll that walked and had no eyes. No eyes. Why have a doll with eyes? That might not be creepy. Oh, and I forgot to say, I was going to go back and talk about the actual Judy Warren. She is, according to the Conjuring Universe wiki, it says she currently runs the Warrens Occult Museum. So she's all in on the family business alongside her husband of 33 years, former police officer, Tony Spera. Yes, the wedding to the former police officer in the movie we see happened actually in real life. And Judy and Tony are still happily married. But the Annabelle doll, I wonder if that mirror is still in their family. I'd like to see that museum. I kind of would. As much as I'm saying, as much as I'm doubting the real Warrens, I kind of still want to see that museum. I want to see the Annabelle doll, but do not, for no reason, ever open that case. Ever, ever, ever. And that's it. I'm done. It's getting late and it's dark and I'm scared. So I think I'm going to call it. 3 movies in. This, I don't know if this is my favorite one, but I really, no, I think maybe so far Mando's my favorite. I don't know. I liked all of them. I gave one 3.5 stars, one 4 stars. I'm probably going to give this one 3.5 stars too. I mean, on Letterboxd, go to, follow me on Letterboxd, by the way. I'm on there. Geek Mentality, Mikey C. I think one or the other. There's a link in the show notes. There's a link in the footer of my website. Whatever, you can find it. You just look for me. I'll be back again tomorrow. It's getting late, and I need to get this up. So until tomorrow, maybe I'll watch something a little lighter. I don't know. You can find me on all the socials at Geek Mentality, except TikTok, which is Geek Mentality Mike. The Facebook page is Fans Not Experts. The YouTube channel is Fans Not Experts. That's because the website where all these movie month movies can be found is fansnotexperts.com/movie month. That is it. I am done. I will see you tomorrow, my friends. But until then, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. And did you guys hear that? Seriously. Okay, I don't know. I thought I heard something. All right, I need to get out of here. I need to go to bed. All right. Here. Oh, I am a little spooked out right now. Here is my theme song.
This is my podcast. I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe, 'cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time, and I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts.